the budget is probably the most important thing that the county council does. I'm biased, I know, as the budget director. But the fact is that it determines how we allocate resources for a 2-year period. And that is telling you what the priorities are of the county executive and the county council.
Getting more into this budget, I realize how our money is spent.
Good afternoon, prospective jurors.
And where my taxes are going at the end of the day. My first question is, why should I care about the King County budget?
Well, for a lot of reasons, but let me just give you 4 examples. So first of all, you need to get around. And King County operates Metro Transit, which gives mobility to all the residents of our county, and it is our single largest function. Secondly, if you need help with public health services or human services or housing, we are the largest provider of those services in King County. Third, if you're concerned about justice in our community, King County runs the courts, we run the prosecutor's office, the public defense, the corrections facilities, and the sheriff's office. And then finally, if you're interested in making sure we have clean water in our region, our wastewater treatment division runs most of the treatment facilities for wastewater in the entire county. And these are just a few of the services that King County provides. We use a 2-year budget that's going to be over $20 billion.
Where does the money come from?
Well, it comes from a lot of different places, but there are 4 big categories. So the first one is property taxes, which most of us pay. A second major source is the sales tax. A third category is charges for service. So for example, our solid waste utility and our wastewater treatment utility do this. And then finally, we have a lot of money that we get from the federal and state governments, particularly for public health, human services, and for Metro Transit.
Is county spending restricted or flexible?
Well, let me start by pointing out that we can't print money the way the federal government does, and so we have to balance our budget every 2 years. Most of our budget is restricted, that the revenue sources that come in can only be used for the purposes for which they're collected. So, for example, the fare that we collect and the sales tax that we collect for Metro Transit has to go to Metro Transit. There's only a pretty small fraction of our budget that is flexible. This is called the general fund. And that, because of its flexibility, is where the county council spends a lot of time focusing because they have a lot of choice there about how to spend it.
So, I have a lot of opinions about the King County budget. Where and how can I share those?
On September 23rd, the executive will present her proposed budget. After that, the budget goes to the county council for about 7 weeks, and they have hearings that you can attend and you can participate in. But there's also other ways to do it without coming down to the courthouse. You can go to the website, and if you want to provide comment remotely, you can use this email address to provide comments that the county council will consider during the budget process. And we expect the county council will adopt the budget probably the week before Thanksgiving.